Hi, I'm Coach Kyria Colada, and I am the owner of House of Education and the creator of the Treasure Chest Club. Today, we're going to talk about reading with your littles. So, this can be your young ones who are reading, level one, level two books, or for your kiddos getting into the young chapter books. So, stay tuned for some great little tips that'll help you get through the challenge of transitioning from here to here and having a happy, strong reader. So I rarely will tell you to negotiate with your children. There are two places. One is where toys are kept, like once you create an organization system. And the other one is in reading. You will do some negotiations. Of course, you're going to guide the negotiations and you're going to have an objective that you would like to have reached. Of course, your child's objective is to not be frustrated, not to be challenged, and not to be in tears. So to you, that probably sounds like don't read, but they do want to read. They just don't want to be frustrated and embarrassed and in tears. So there's a couple of ways to go about it. No matter what you're reading, if you're reading a young reader book or if you're in the young chapter books, you want to start with making a deal. I read one page, you read 2 pages. That's the real strong way to go, because they of course are reading more, and as they're reading more, they're going to have a little more comprehension opportunity. When they're listening to you more and not reading more, their comprehension will be a little bit lower, so because they're going back and forth too much. That's why you really want to have the goal of them reading 2 pages and you reading 1 page. But if you can't get that negotiation in, that's okay. One-to-one is still going to work. It's just going to be a little harder on the comprehension. But if your goal is the reading first, then the comprehension later, then that's okay. So take it in its stages. Don't try to do all of the academics all at once. So once you've negotiated the 1-2, 1 you, 2 them, then you want to actually look at what the page number goal is. So your page number goal could be like, for a book like this, 10 pages. 10 pages is going to be a lot. It's going to be overwhelming. Sure, you're looking at it and you're going, oh, that's a short book. But to them, oh my gosh, look at all those words. There's tons of them. So you want to break that down and look at the pages. Now, what typically is going to happen with a young reader when they look at this: 1 page me, 2 pages you. Yay, I have a short page. Yay, mom has a long page. Whew, I feel so much better now. It's okay. So then their second page is short. It equals probably 1 page. That's okay. They're going to see this page and go, oh, that's not fair. She doesn't have a page to read. So we say pages based on words. So now she's going to look at, or he's going to look at the page and go, oh, but she only has 2 sentences to read. That's not fair. 3 sentences over here. So you're going to ask them, which one would you rather read? This one or this one? So we can then go back to the plan and design it so that you start reading first and you will land on this page, or I start reading first and I land on this page. You could also negotiate midway through when they notice that and say, hey, would you like to swap pages? That's an option. I don't recommend the swapping pages because, again, you're getting in the way of comprehension because you're back into negotiation mode. You want to do all your negotiating pre-reading. So you're going to look at everything. The other bonus of this negotiation is that they are looking at the pictures. They are already starting to comprehend the story. So this is an important piece because this helps them decipher the words that are there. They can make assumptions based on reading images. So the pre-reading negotiations is a useful tool for that. And you want to do the same thing in your young chapter books. Now, this is considered a bind up. So it has 3 titles in one book. When a little sees this, they think they're reading Harry Potter or something. or a medical journal because it is so big and so overwhelming. So you want to break it down and share with them, give them the details. This is book 1, this is book 2, this is book 3. Let me show you on the inside what that looks like. So that way they understand. Here are the titles for the 3 books. These are the page numbers because we have a table of contents. They're learning a little bit about book structure, which is important. And then this is the cover. Like this is the cover for all 3 books. This is the cover for the 1 book. Now in this 1 book, there are going to be 9 chapters, maybe 11 in this one. Can't remember exactly. So we're going to go and find the end of that story. There it is. Nice thing is this one has stripes to help you navigate better. So from page 9 to page 126 is the first book. This is only 1 book. And tonight we're only going to read chapter 1. I know I've passed the end of chapter 1 because it is not that long. Chapter 1, which is page 9 to page 23. And they're going to still go, oh, that's so many pages, because they're scared of all those words. So this is where you're going to go back in and teach them about the book. Look at this big picture. Just a little bit of words here. This one has a picture in the middle, so we have a little bit of words on the top and the bottom. And break it down. Look at more pictures, just a little bit of words. So it's not that bad. See, this one has lots of pictures. And something really funny, I want to know what's happening there. Look at here. No words on this page. So it's not that many. Look at this. There's another big picture. I think we can do this. Look at that. Look, this could be a mommy page. There we go. Oh, this could be a mommy page. Or we could even split this page. But there's a whole nother big picture. And then it's the end of the chapter. See? Not so bad. So you want to do something like that with them so that they feel confident. They're going to feel confident because you feel confident. As long as you empower their confidence with reality. Because if you just throw false confidence at them, they know it. They're going to call you out for what it is in their way of being frustrated and uncooperative. So you make sure that you're giving them reality with their confidence boost. And then tackle it. You guys can do it. This is one of the best ways to work with getting through your reading. And again, you can do the same thing with the young reader books. Now remember, I've talked about this before. Oh, way over here. These numbers mean nothing at all. They are related, depending on the publishing house, they are related to the word count of the entire book. And that's all. So it does have tough words. These particular books are definitely more challenging. They have compound words. They have words that have ER, ED, ING. These are much tougher. So these are ones that you would really have to support them through if you have a phonics-based reader, a child who's in the phonics-based reader system. But otherwise, for a young reader before chapter books, going through these, because these boost confidence. So don't avoid these, and don't avoid picture books either, because they're full of great vocabulary, great opportunities to have conversation, and they help boost their confidence because they've completed a book. Completing a book matters. Which gets me on a little bit on the Magic Tree House series. I'm a huge fan of these books. And one of the reasons is low page count. They also have quite a few pictures, not quite as many as some of the books that will be coming up in my next video. But they're simple. The stories are not very complex, and anything that has a vocabulary challenge to it usually has a definition provided by one of the characters in the story. So it makes it much easier to negotiate the reading process with that kind of information. So hope this video helps. If you have questions, post them below. I'd love to answer them and help your young reader develop their confidence so they can get out there and read the entire library. See you later.